Crew Scat Squad. Welcome back to another ASMR NBA discussion video. And today we have some breaking news in the association. It feels like I say this every damn video. But for real, we've been getting a lot of breaking news in the league. The other day, it was announced that DeMar DeRozan is officially a member of the Sacramento King through a sign and trade deal involving three teams. Obviously, the Sacramento Kings and the Bulls, and the San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs. The Bulls get Chris Duarte and 2 second-round picks. Obviously, the Kings get DeMar DeRozan. And the Spurs, I don't know what the hell the Spurs are doing. They just got Harrison Barnes. I don't know what San Antonio is doing. They're surrounding Wemby with a retirement home. First CP3, now Harrison Barnes. Who the hell is next? Eric Gordon. What are they doing, man? So the San Antonio needs to get their life straightened out. But yeah, this is some exciting news. It's funny because I saw some reactions on the internet, and a lot of people think this is a really good trade, and I do too. Some people are saying it's like the best collective grouping of mid. That's the politest way to say it. They're saying like this is the best mid possible, and it's funny is because I guess they're saying that because the Kings have really good players, like really good players, but every single last star they have is like right outside the top 15. You can make an argument for De'Aaron Fox or Sabonis to be top 15. I probably would lean closer to Sabonis. I would have gave it to De'Aaron Fox at the start of the season, but I don't know. He kind of took a step back this season because remember in one of my preseason predictions, I thought the Kings were going to be the second seed in the West this year based on how they played like 2 years ago when they went on that playoff run. But yeah, this is a very good deal. They got DeMar DeRozan to go alongside Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox in the backcourt. I do think that they have enough spacing on the team to kind of get away with this because obviously DeMar DeRozan is a mid-range assassin. He ain't looking to shoot threes, alright? He will literally give up a wide-open three to take a contested mid-range. So, spacing is very important to a team that does have a player like DeMar DeRozan who focuses on getting to the rim and scoring a bunch of twos. I think they still have Kevin Huerter. I know they definitely have Malik Monk still. I wonder if they have Davion Mitchell still. I'm not quite sure about that. But in terms of talent, I think they have to have a better season than they did last season because I feel like they had a lot of high expectations coming into this season. And I know they had some injuries early on, but they did fall off towards the end. There's no way that this team should have been fighting for a play-in spot based on the season that they had before last season. Because remember, they were like the young, fresh team coming up in the West. They had just lost to Golden State in 7-7. And a lot of people, including myself, thought that they would get to like the second round at least. Maybe not the conference finals, but probably the second round, depending on who they matched up against in the playoffs. Now, the West is loaded, so in the grand scheme of things, does this move really help them like ascend to the top of the West? I'm sorry guys, it doesn't in that regard. It is a bunch of mid put together because I think they just need a defensive specialist, like a big man, like an interior presence, just like a shot blocker. I think that's what they're missing. Because they just give up too many points. Their problem isn't offense. Their offense is really good. They have a lot of people who can play off the ball and get open and are good in catch and shoot situations. But like I said, their problem was never really offense. It's their defense. And this DeMar move, it doesn't make their offense overpowered, and it doesn't really affect their defense. So I expect them to make the playoffs. I don't think this makes them a top 5 seed. I don't know. I can't. You know what? Let me go check out the standings. Let's do this right now. NBA standings. Because I'm trying to see what playoff teams would come out of the West to insert them. Okay, so this past season, the Thunder, Nuggets, Timberwolves, Clippers, Mavericks, Suns, Lakers, and Pelicans made it. Alright, so the Thunder are gonna make it. Nuggets, of course. Timberwolves, yes. Clippers, of course. Mavericks, yes. Suns, that's gonna be interesting to watch, but I think they might sneak in. Lakers, 50-50. Pelicans should get in at fully healthy. So then that leaves pretty much the Kings, the Warriors, the Rockets, the Jazz, and the Grizzlies, Spurs and Trailblazers. Now we know the Spurs and Trailblazers, they ain't doing a damn thing. So it's really gonna come down to the Kings, Warriors, the Rockets, and the Grizzlies. And then the Lakers fighting for that last top 8 seed, you know what I mean? Obviously the play-in tournament includes the seeds 7 through 10. But that group I just listed, the Grizzlies, the Rockets, the Warriors, and the Kings, and the Lakers are all probably going to be fighting for like play-in spots and like the lower seed playoff spots. I don't think the DeMar DeRozan is going to be enough though. I don't see them, even if they make the playoffs, I don't see them getting out the first round. Because even if they sneak in the playoffs, they will have to face a top-tier team in the West like the Thunder, Nuggets, or Timberwolves. And I just don't see them beating either of those teams. Now, I can't actually, I don't know. The Thunder, they just got Hartenstein. Because I remember in the playoffs, I was saying that the Kings could beat them in a 7-game series. But that was before they got Alex Caruso and Hartenstein. They improved their interior and perimeter defense. It's just hard to say. I want the Kings to be good. I feel bad for players like De'Aaron Fox. Always like, I think De'Aaron Fox might need to go to the East to get the credit he deserves and to get like that deep playoff run that Kings fans and that a lot of De'Aaron Fox fans feel like he's capable of having, because the West is too stacked. I just don't see them doing any damage. Oh yeah, the Clippers are going to be worse too. I forgot about that because PG left. PG being a 76ers doesn't sit right with me as a Celtics fan. I ain't worried about it though. That's lightweight. We gonna beat them in 6. And that's if Joel Embiid and Paul George can even make it to the playoffs healthy. But yeah, no, overall I would give this trade, I mean, for the Kings, they didn't really give up anything. So I guess I'll give it like a B plus, because they didn't give up much, and they did get a all-star level player, a person who's capable of giving them 20. Whenever De'Aaron Fox or one of the top scorers are off, you can count on you can count on DeMar DeRozan to go get you 15 points, 20 for 25 points, and be clutch. He can hit shots off the dribble. That's probably the best part about having DeMar DeRozan, is having another person who's a shot creator, who can hit shots off the dribble, contested. That's very crucial. Now, De'Aaron Fox is the Kings closer. Every time I watch the Kings, even if Sabonis has the most points in that game, De'Aaron Fox is the one who usually closes the game out. Him and Malik Monk are like their closers. I think you can add DeMar DeRozan to that mix of closers that they have. So they do have a deep team. I would say realistically, they should be, at best case scenario, the 5th seed. Best case scenario, the 5th seed. Worst case scenario, the play-in. You guys should make the playoffs. There's no way, with Malik Monk, Kevin Huerter coming back, De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis, and now DeMar, that y'all missed the playoffs. If y'all do, y'all might as well sell the whole team, boy. But yeah, this is actually crazy. And you know what's funny? I actually wanted to do a free agent video talking about all the free agent trades that has been going on. But since this trade just happened, I'm gonna specifically just talk about this one. But that's funny because today I was actually planning on literally just going through like all the little trades and signings that happened so far. But yeah, we're gonna have to make a separate video about this, because this was like an in-depth breakdown and thoughts on the trade. When I do that video, I'll probably do like 2 minutes on each trade, just doing like a general breakdown, nothing too crazy. I might try to get out a Madden video today if I can before work. I'm not sure how that's gonna play out. But yeah, man, this off season is wild, man. This is one of the most wild off seasons I've seen in a minute. These last the last 2-3 years, it feels like we've been playing NBA on fantasy draft mode, bro. Like all these different pieces on teams I never would have thought. Like who would have thought Klay Thompson would be on Dallas and CP3 would be with a 7'5" demigod in San Antonio? Like what is this, boy? But yeah, let me know in the comments, how do you feel about the trade? Do you think this trade is that big of a deal for the Kings? Do you think this makes them a playoff favorite? Do you think this makes them, do you think this gives the Kings an opportunity to make a Western Conference Finals? Let me know. Let me know, who do you think will be the leading scorer and who will be the closer on the Kings? Like I said, I think the leading scorer is probably still going to be Fox. But I do really honestly think DeMar DeRozan will be one of the closers for the squad. So shout out to the Kings. They're trying to do stuff. At least they're not one of these teams out here just staying stagnant like the Miami Heat, talking about Heat culture, but having like the most average players. You know, those teams like the Knicks, Miami, where they just have like a bunch of like decent talent and they just talk about how hard-working everybody is. No, the Kings, they actually work hard and they get new pieces. Miami should take notes. Miami probably would have had a ring if they actually went and actually tried to, you know, get players doing free agency. But enough blabbering. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the video. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace. Hey.